I'm never scared. Never worried. Anniversary. Reversed it. Had a curse reversed it. Had a curse reversed it. I'm a visionary.
QUARANTINE.
Quarantine. QUARANTINE. Quarantine.
You know the cholera?
Yes, Mother.
You've seen the signs on the houses where the coloureds live?
Yes, Mother.
You know the typhus?
I do, Mother.
You know what they can do to you?
Yes, Mother.
You are not safe.
Previous videos I did, like last year, I was telling everybody that you're gonna have to stop working. Everything is just gonna have to stop. But back then, it was so far-fetched. I didn't think you would understand what I was saying, but now it make more sense to you because of other reasons. But a pandemic had to come through and force your hand. And I told you was just gonna have to stop working so you can focus. So you can focus on the matter at hand. You should not be working for nobody. The only work you should be doing is enforcing the natural law and collecting tribute for foreigners doing business on our land at our expense. It's time to pay up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to, and you need to take this time for knowledge of self. Perfect time for it. Kanye say he gonna run in 2024. And I'm looking at those numbers, 2 and 24 for 2024. Kanye talking about he want to abolish the 13th Amendment. Ain't nothing really wrong with the 13th Amendment. People need to correct themselves by correcting their status at law. And get yourself out of the trap. Get yourself out of the trap by stop clinging to names, tags, and principles that delude to slavery. That's how we need to correct ourselves. You don't need to correct nothing outside of you but yourself. And 13th Amendment is this right neutral in the middle. And you don't want to have the honor to pledge allegiance to your ancestors and claim your nationality. And you subject to whatever. And subject to whatever, they got a nice little plan for you. But you declare your nationality, all that shit is over overnight. It's like a pandemic is coming through to force you into nationalization. A pandemic comes through to force you, to force your hand into doing what's right for yourself and your posterity and nationalizing He claimed the truth will be brought to light and will be made to be known. Like, it's gonna be a rude awakening, and some people are gonna be furious. That's why such drastic measures has naturally taken effect. Now, even though there's a conspiratorial hand all the time, destiny is still always destiny. And even conspirators are subject to that law, that what is to be will be, regardless. 2020 is our friend. So this story could start in 2016. You don't really start there, but we could start right there for certain reasons. Trump getting office 2016, Kobe retires. That's gonna lead up to where we at now. Pay attention.
Tonight, I'm here to talk to you about none of the above. You know how it is around election time and you decide not to vote because the two candidates are so repulsive. Repulsive's not the word. We're all full of shit. I never wear a suit and a tie. Never. I mean, these are just things that politicians use to trick you into thinking that they're respectable. Well, to the politician, huh? Write in none of the above on your ballot. Don't vote for any of us. We're assholes. We'll only make things worse.
Y'all hating on Trump. I told you all stay out of it. It's them fighting and killing off one another. Just get your popcorn. Stay out of it. Y'all Negroes over there running for Hillary. Her behind getting indicted. She's wearing an ankle bracelet. If she ain't dead already. See, you gotta understand that politics and what you're looking at, Democratic, Republican, this dude Trump is what is he? He ain't even Democrat or Republican. And check Pence. Pence is the worst pedophile than all of them. And did you see when they were passing out the envelopes? Everybody was getting an envelope. Did you see? Go back and look at the funeral one more time and see Jeb Bush take a look at what he saw that was said to him. His whole face turned cold and he started shivering. Starting in January the 2nd, that's when the military trials begin. They spent $500 million on upgrading Guantanamo Bay. Y'all looking at CNN, the Clinton News Network, and that's what they're giving you, bullshit. It's been co-opted by Project Mockingbird, and I ain't here promoting anybody. I'm watching the game and how the rules are being played. So don't tell me I'm a Trump supporter and no. I'm watching the game and I'm seeing who's playing. Because your girl Hillary said, if this bastard gets into the White House, and these are her words, we're all fucked. End quote. Thank you.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the is he talking
We didn't know this consciously, but out of necessity and survival, we had to adjust our business models as rappers. Otherwise, you're not gonna survive. Because the albums that went, you gotta go tour, you gotta go build a fan base. The model switch. You ask why I'm sitting up here with a tech person, somebody that develops tech, somebody that develops hardware, is because I saw through my experience what's going on. The music is abundant. The value has changed. It's like foil. It used to be like diamonds. We're gonna throw it out the window. So much of it, we ain't even tripping. We can't really charge for it. So as an artist, as a hustler, what should I do? I should use the music to inspire and to build notoriety, but I shouldn't charge. I should take my cash register off of this part of the process, and I should move it to something that's not a victim of the what? Bad. So this is where we at now. This is why Yeezy's selling shoes. If you look at Kanye West, the music, niggas ain't tripping off. You gonna spend a lot of money making the music, recording it, paying producers, all that shit. You gonna give it away, and you gonna move your cash register to something that they can't download, that they can't put in the cloud, that's not gonna turn into ones and zeros. So, and I just is sitting in the Starbucks with his laptop open. Mind you, I've been researching, I've been doing my homework, I've been having this dilemma on my head, trying to figure out where to go. Bumping my head with smart people, trying to think about what to do. I've been, you know, resisting these deals for a long time, you know, building my independent infrastructure, because I feel like we're on the verge of breaking through something outside the box. I read something the other day, it was like, you know, talent is hitting a target that nobody can hit, and genius is hitting a target that nobody can see. You know what I'm saying? So,
I ain't no like a weird nigga either. You know what I mean? Like,
no vouch for that.
You know what I mean? Like I spit, I produce, I work on tracks for Travis Scott. You know what I mean? Like, I produce, I write just different. I ain't like, you find them nerdy ass niggas and they just, you know, they robotic and shit and talk. Nah, man, that ain't me.
And let me say something to this too. You know, I think that part of our culture that prevents us is we think like being smart is not cool. Or we think like being intelligent or speaking intelligent is not hood. Or it's not like, you're not a man. That's out, man. That shit is out. That's why I celebrate Idris, because, you know, his confidence to be himself and to carry his truth is valuable and it's inspiring. I think we should all take a page from that because, yeah.
And it's like, to kind of touch on that, it's like, we run this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the same people that sit in office and necessarily make decisions and say what gets to get played and not played are the same people that are influenced by our culture. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's a reason why I talk the way I talk.
The first thing we did on the record was the grand opening of the Marathon store, which was on June 17th. And so this is the first thing we did. We did the world's first smart store. And now this is a big deal because it's a trend in retail right now, where everybody buying shit online. It's like a e-commerce trend. Everybody going to Amazon. Everybody's going to the digital market instead of going to the real store. So it's a crisis in retail. Retail is being affected by the digital revolution. When we talked about that earlier, stores is shutting down their brick and mortar operations because their consumers would rather buy it online. So when we go, I had a meeting with Mark Echo and I was telling him the idea about our store. He said, don't do no store. He like e-commerce, Bitcoin. He started putting me onto that. And I've done research on retail, and what I realized is that it's a shift happening in retail. And if there's no reason to come to the store that separate the online experience, you're not gonna come to the store. You're gonna buy the shit online. So we thought about how to create an experience in the store. We talked about that, and automatically this technology that he's been working on was the perfect fit. And so this is the first collaboration between Idris and myself. I named him the CTO of my company, All Money In. Yeah, clap that up, clap that up. I think that's innovative and unique because I've never heard of a music company with a CTO. You know what I mean? And so
it's April 1st, 2019, at 1:23 a.m. The late night of March 31st, 2019. Yeah, they killed Nipsey Hussle. He's talking about conspiracies. He's talking about everything ain't conspiracy. But I can't shake it, you know what I'm saying? People say, yo, some shit is just some regular street shit. But he won't no regular street nigga, you know what I'm saying? That ain't just that. It ain't just about Dr. Savior. It's about who the person is. The brother was a messianic force. For real. He wasn't no regular entertainer. Nothing like these rap niggas. So I don't feel like no regular shit. It just don't feel like that. Now, like I said, we on the East Coast, so that shows how much we really know, but shit. We seen this shit before. And that was as simple as just, oh, a nigga was just hating. I can't chalk it up to that. Niggas just be in the hood hating. And people telling me, forget COINTELPRO. It was just a nigga in the hood hating. He was a known snitch. I'm like, that's who it always is. If it's a patsy, you know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a patsy, they always a known snitch. Game of social engineering. The entertainers are in on it. The social engineering game is old, but in this day and age, shit has become more obvious with social media. Because the media is the front line in all this social engineering. So with social media, everybody can interact now, and they got quicker access to your opinion. Social media is the newest frontier of social engineering. And now, they're trying to regulate all the social media. You know what I'm saying? It's the new platform. It's taking over TV as far as what has captivated the minds of the people. The public outcry, mob mentality. Mob mentality. Mother people don't know that they bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty mob. Everybody needs to be very organic. You know what I'm saying? The city life is very compartmentalized and processed. You know what I'm saying? Cereal box. I mean, just a small concept of what I'm talking about, that everything's paid for already. This is some bullshit to keep you enslaved. And like, man, people got Stockholm syndrome of the mind. Your mind is held captive. And you addicted to the patterns of bullshit.
Are they contagious?
I just see what's up, you know what I'm saying?
Readings are secure and confidential. It's not the best psychic reading.
Oh, war on terror.
Recovery time.
Everyone said I was mad.
Recovery time. Indigenous people of America, the land of opportunity, the opportunity being the people not knowing themselves. And indigenous people in this situation who's been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran amok, led astray. They're taught to eat the wrong foods. And totally discombobulated and is owed the time and opportunity to deal with our post-traumatic inquisition, indoctrination, slavery syndrome. All that reparations is you needed to be afforded the time to deal with post-traumatic slaves and disorder and get back to the knowledge of self of your ancient mothers and fathers. And governing should come natural to us. And they formed a nation just to be able to do that. but that's still a part of usurping the state, hypothecation, and just taking your whole identity. That's all a part of that shit. You gotta bring it to a head. There's a war going on you. You know, take it out of the realm of conspiracy and really ask, well, what is going on? And you gotta get serious.
I learned what type of war really is happening. See, the biggest problem and the biggest lie that they ever told us was that we were slaves. That's the biggest lie that was ever told to melanated people as a whole. The biggest lie ever told to us is that we were slaves. We are not slaves. We're not slaves. You know what we are? We are food. We're not slaves. We are food.
What is a hot dog? It's a boy. Pizza is a girl. Cheese is a little girl. Pasta is a little boy. Ice cream is a male prostitute. Walnut, we hold on to that for a while, is a dark brown boy or girl. Young girl's genitals. Map is semen. Sauce is orgy. Handkerchief, black is sadomasochism. I don't know what the white is. Pillow is a prostitute. Dominoes is you're into domination. And chicken is a young boy. This is the unclassified documentation from the FBI. I went to the FBI, and this is what they show you is the symbol. This is girl lover. Okay? This is women who are into little girls. You see the big heart inside, little heart inside the big heart. This is boy lover. You see here, the little boy here, the young boy here, and the older man. Now this is for infants. 5 months old, 6 months, 1 year. Looks like a little scribble of a child. Okay? These are the symbols of the pedophile. Watch.
Fathers told me, we're gonna destroy your career.
But Kelly's emotions remained raw.
It's real girls out there missing. It's real young girls out there being abducted, being raped, okay? They really are on chains. They really do have chains on their wrists, and they can't get out.
Robert,
and they're ending up buried in deep.
Robert, we have to have a conversation. Really, I don't want you just ranting at the
take my computer to the shop, and you know, the fucking computer dude tell me that like somebody sent me some like badass type of virus that like fried my motherboard and all type of shit, yada yada yada, boom boom. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck type of shit to do this? And then he was like, well, that's what happened when you access like forbidden web pages and shit like that, where you have hackers and all type of shit. I'm like, wait, what? What you mean forbidden web pages? Like, nigga, it was like, oh, you didn't know. I'm like, no, dog, I have no idea what the fuck you talking about. I was like, he was like, but before you get on this type of stuff, like you need to encrypt your computer, right? You need to encrypt your computer, like you need to have blocks, you need to have, you know, what do you call it? You need to have blocks, you need to have like booby trap IP addresses, you need to like delete all your form of information from the computer, you need to cover up your computer camera, all type of shit, right? So I'm like, all right, well, like, can you build me a computer for this with everything? So nigga, boom, the nigga build me the computer with everything the way I need it to be built, yada, 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 boom. He was like, don't never dial in from a home server. You go get the AOL download packs. And once you get the AOL download packs, you can just download, you can use the AOL server. So if they track anything, it'll have that AOL. Boom. So, boom, I went to fucking Food for Less, nigga, made fucking hella emails, nigga, used all the AOL. I was using AOL packs, right? So, I'm on, right? I'm on, I click. Soon as I get on the right side, right? On the right end, there's a dude holding a baby. Shit says, watch live, 1 Bitcoin. There's a dude holding a baby, and it says, watch live, 1 Bitcoin. This was back when Bitcoin was still cheap. Now, because see, a lot of y'all don't understand. This is what Bitcoin was used for prior. See, a lot of y'all niggas don't understand what Bitcoin is, untraceable money. This is what it was used for. It was used for all the fucked up shit. Cryptocurrency. It was used to buy all the fucked up shit. But now it's becoming popular. But prior, it was used to buy fucked up shit. People don't understand this. People think it's just new. Now, it's just now coming to the surface where people are investing in yada, yada, yada. Right? So niggas have no idea when they invest into Bitcoin, they're paying all their money to perverts. Perverts, rapists, killers, pedophiles. So that's who's selling the Bitcoins. It ain't regular Samaritans. You got regular killer niggas like, you know what? I got 50,000 Bitcoin. I'm gonna sell one of these motherfuckers 16 bands, right? And then on top of that, I'll probably eat the nigga children, because when the nigga buy a Bitcoin, I'm gonna have all this information. So when the time come, I might eat the nigga organs. So boom, right? So you have to buy everything in Bitcoin, right? Right? You have to buy everything on the dark web, deep web. You gotta buy everything in Bitcoin, everything. You can't spend credit cards. You can't spend none of that, because nigga, you put any credit card information, they gonna wipe your whole life. They gonna find out where you live, and they might come eat you and kidnap you. So you don't put that type of information on the dark web at all. You don't put none of that. So boom, I let it go. I let it go. So one day I find myself back on the deep web, right? I just told you how I got the Bitcoins. The homie, one of my boys that played Modern Warfare, World of Warcraft all day. He pretty much was into all of that shit. But now, come to think about it, he might have been like a Pizzagator. Cause I ain't seen that nigga since. And how he know? Yo. Anywho, like, so nigga, I'm like, nigga, I get back on there, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm about to see if they sell like limitless pills and shit like that, nigga. I'm searching all type of shit. You feel me? I'm searching all type of shit. So remind you, I'm looking for like a fucking drug that can enhance your brain. Like, this is what I'm looking for the whole time. So boom, I find a site. It goes 1 Bitcoin to enter. Boom, I enter the site. It was the worst decision I ever made in my life. It was the worst decision I ever made in my life, ever. I get to the site, there's a baby strapped to the chair. A young baby, maybe like 8, 9 months, baby. Random dude comes with like, you know when there's like a fucking outbreak and they got on the outbreak clothes with the little all white, the yellow gloves and the little mask, like the dude has an outbreak. Boom. He walks up, the baby's in a chair screaming out the top of his lungs. But mind you, I never seen no shit like this in my life, so I'm like glued to the screen, like, what the fuck? So the dude comes, dog, he gets like a little tube or something. He gets a syringe, squeezes the stuff, and then drops the juice on the baby face, dog. The baby face melted back. The nigga dropped sulfuric acid on top of the baby face, and the baby face melted back, dog. What bothered me the most about that scenario was seeing that there was over 1 million something people watching this shit. That's what bothered me more than the whole scenario. There was 1 million people watching, like it was like 1 million something people watching this shit. People was commenting, oh my God, that was radical. Can you put acid on the feet next time? People were commenting. How y'all commenting right now with suggestions? People were commenting, making comments like what to do next, what type of style they should do next, what type of acid they should use next. I was sitting there looking at this shit like, what the fuck world am I in? Wait, what? I paid for it because I thought it was a place where you can get, nigga, like an enhancement drug to enhance your brain. That's what I thought. Remind you, you know, everything is clickbait, title clickbait.
Rabbit's foot out of the box in the Arctic. I will be sacrificing a chicken in the backyard to Mullah. Chicken is?
Young boy.
Oh boy. Huh? Bodies are high price, especially young babies. What do they say with the, what's the name of the NAMBLA? They said, sex before 8 or it's too late. These are the pigs that you got to be looking for, that you're going to see getting ready to be indicted. Yeah, he's there too. Enabler. This man, Alefantis, where is he? Him, a Rothschild. He's the one who owns, what do you call it, Comet Pizza. He's the one who calls himself Johnny Comet or something like that.
Reparations, boy. They talk about paying money. They got hell to pay. Reparations is just beyond. They don't want to talk about it because they got hell to pay. If you really want to calculate what is owed. Shit.
How much more do you want from me?
More.
How much more successful do you want me to be?
More successful.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the f is he talking about?
Kanye West plays the boss.
Kanye West? Or somebody like him?
No. Kanye West.
When I run for president in 2024, we're going to definitely know what y'all laughing at. When I run for president in 2024, we would have created so many jobs that I'm not going to run, I'm going to walk. Yeezy is going into innovation, and we are, we moved the headquarters to Cody, Wyoming. We have a 4,000-acre ranch and a couple other properties out there. We're going to be farming and going seed to sow and have our own cotton hydroponic farm and our own hemp farm and our own wheat farm, so we can see every element. Just being responsible from A to Z. And what happens, our goal is to bring the manufacturing back to America, South America, and North America, and bring it back stateside, and also to present jobs for people back here.
Just friends, and he's a good man.
Last year, I was killed by the press for having a difference. Not having a difference in opinion, for having an opinion. So now that I've made it through Vietnam.
Black Mamba.
This game ain't over, Mamba. I'll see you again.
So I should it in.
Black Mama doesn't end. Heroes come and go.
But legends are forever.
They know better. They know better. Wanna go, Lambo flex, in the cold. I treat it so special, special. They hold. Shell they show. Got self, got self. This here's a better. Gotta get to the money. 5 chains, so they look at me funny. Showed up with the juice and the truth. Roll a 7 every time I shoot. She said, why you got so many condoms with you? I say I'm a blade, to be honest with you. You blow, so shiny. Mind you, my crew right behind me. Go, we shopping good up on the island. Talking money when I'm with a talent. Still a burger on the red carpet. And I'm flying in the on the hang glider.
On a hang glider.
Don't I say some chains on. Just stay in your lane. Don't you like these A-Ways? Don't you like these gold fangs? Do it well, no flex. I'm a young trendsetter. These hoes, they reckless. They sleep, they messy. 3 hoes, freak dancing. When I loud singing acapella. Chain clang like heavy metal. Swim to the haters, God bless them.
She wants that old thing back. She wants that old thing back. She wants that old thing back. She wants that old thing back.
Here we go. Check that out. You gotta love it though. You know, there's so many people out here. I don't be liking that shit. I don't like all these people. Very nice. That's their shit. All these people can leave and get the hell out of here. We about to get into it, see. I got some shit to talk. Of course, we got to dedicate this to Kobe and Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Nip Day and Kobe. Yeah. Now, we got some different conspiratorial ideas out there about the faking of deaths and shit. I can't put that past the possibilities, but I don't really believe that. I believe niggas' egos is too motherfucking strong to just fake your death and disappear. Like Pac not faking his death.